Hello out there, we're on the air, and it's once again time for TCNJ Hockey Tonight in Lawrenceville. Welcome to tonight's broadcast of TCNJ Lions ACHA Hockey, live via Breakout Sports Broadcasting on YouTube. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, lads of all ages, live from the TSAI Field House in Lawrenceville, New Jersey, on the campus of the Lawrenceville School. My name is Trey Wright. The Lions coming into tonight looking to get back in the win column against a very familiar foe in the Pioneers of William Patterson University. Both of these squads coming into tonight on one-game losing streaks. Rather, it is a two-game losing streak for the Lions coming into tonight as the Pioneers will come back in the other direction. Taking a look at your starting lineups for tonight, starting with TCNJ, Rich Stefanik, Kyle Pachalski, and Josh Kushner. The Buzzsaw line will get the starting honors and as the top line tonight between Stefanik, Pachalski, and Kushner. And then it'll be Matt Sislo and Ryan Walter, the senior and the sophomore, as starting deep here. And our first goaltending change on home ice as Ethan May, the kid from Bradford, Ontario, will get his first start at home between the pipes. We'll go over the William Patterson starting lineups in just a few moments. Actually, we got a couple moments here, so we'll go over them now. Couple familiar faces on the forward: Austin Teets, Gio Russo, and Jason Lastra, with Matthew O'Donnell, George Boyle, and Hunter Galgani, the defenseman and the goaltender. Let's go downstairs in between the glass for today's starting ceremonies. You're watching TCNJ Hockey live on Breakout Sports Broadcasting.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to the TSAI Field House in Lawrenceville, New Jersey for tonight's ACHA Division I matchup between the visiting William Patterson University Pioneers and your TCNJ Lions. Here are tonight's starting lineups presented by Breakout Sports Broadcasting, beginning with William Patterson. Starting at left wing, number 8, Austin Teets. At center, number 22, Gio Russo. At right wing, number 10, alternate captain Jason Lastra. At left defense, number 27, Matt O'Donnell. At right defense, number 44, alternate captain George Boyle. And in goal for the Pioneers, number 1, Hunter Galgani. William Patterson is coached by Bill Kazitsky, assisted by Jonathan Skorzoon and Aslan Shatov. From White House Station, New Jersey, number 23, Rich Stefanik. At center, a freshman from Lawrenceville, New Jersey, number 4, Kyle Pachalski. At right wing, a freshman from Manalapan, New Jersey, number 7, Josh Kushner. At left defense, a sophomore from Rockaway, New Jersey, number 19, Ryan Walter. At right defense, a senior from Randolph, New Jersey, alternate captain, number 14, Matt Sislo. And in goal for the Lions, a freshman from Bradford, Ontario, number 84, Ethan May. TCNJ is coached by Andrew Duco, assisted by Paul Bacho and Rob Gomez. At this time, we ask you to please rise as you're able to and direct your attention to the American flag located in the far left corner of the arena. Please remain standing as we honor America and those who defend this great nation with the playing of the Star-Spangled Banner.
ready to get going after a wonderful rendition of the national anthem. It's the Lions taking on the Pioneers. TCNJ versus William Patterson on tap in just a few moments. Another look at the starting lineups for TCNJ. Rich Stefanik, Kyle Pachalski, and Josh Kushner starting on the red line. On the blue line, Matt Sislo and Ryan Wolter. And Ethan May gets the call up, playing in his second game of the season for the freshman from Bradford, Ontario. Teets, Russo, and Lastra, the starting forwards for the Pioneers. O'Donnell and Boyle on the blue line. Between the pipes is Galgani. Set to be a good one here tonight. William Patterson losing 5-3 to Temple on the road last night at the Northeast Skate Zone. And here we go, meeting at the dot, Gio, Russo, and Kyle Pachalski hand the pen to the paper for game number 6 of the season, game 7 of the season rather, for the Lions. Starts with a win for William Patterson. Boyle will take it back over, and Jason Lastra, not the first time his name has been said on this channel. Certainly will not be the last as TCNJ plays William Patterson 3 times this season, this one being the first matchup between the Pioneers and Lions. Boyle taking it back, trying to set up somebody in orange jersey in front. Nobody was home, and clearing that all the way out was Stefanik. And a ricochet all the way on to Hunter Galgani. He'll make his first save of the evening. Pioneers trying to get it out of their own zone. William Patterson playing a late game last night at the Northeast Skate Zone at Temple. Like we said, lost 5-3 to them. First game of the weekend, doubleheader for the Lions. Playing the Pioneers tonight, and then they play Drexel tomorrow afternoon at 1 o'clock, taking on the Ryan Osorino-led Dragons. Wolter will send that in all the way from the red line. Icing is waved off. Boyle coming back with this. This is Barrera. His first touch of the ice tonight. Same thing with Jack Ellis as the second unit will come on. Scott Martin will put one on net. And TCNJ right now 2 shots, no goals. Have not been able to solve Galgani just quite yet so far in the early minutes of this game. Boyle, who has been on the ice for 90 seconds so far to start this game, chasing after. That one will get sent all the way back where Boyle will collect it. In fact, both of the Boyle brothers from North Wales, Pennsylvania, on as a defensive pair, as that one will come all the way back over to Ethan May. Scott Martin spins away from a spinning Pioneer, trying to take it out. Amendola will send it up off the half wall. Coming all the way back over as Santo will hit the deck, comes all the way back over to Gatsonis. Gatsonis to Nick Stout, sends it up, goes off of the skate of Amendola. And that one covered up by Galgani for the first stoppage of play. 17:52 to go. TCNJ leading in the shot category 3-0, and have had a lot of zone time over in the Pioneers' end of the ice. And it's a draw win for the Pioneers. Tommy Boyle will set it up. Hounded from behind by Ryan Lagriola. Trying to keep that in was Gatsonis. He was unsuccessful, and the Lions will send it back across. Setting it the far length of the ice was William Patterson. Icing was waved off as Luca Filicamo will backhand that one through the mid-slot. Nobody was home for a tap-in. Lagriola trying to spin around. Hounded from behind there by Barbary. Barbary gives him a little bit of a whack. He'll spring it up for Tommy Boyle, sends it up to Luca Filicamo. Trying to get it over to his college hockey buzz teammate, Jason Lastra from the summer, but Ryan Wolter will try and take it away. Lastra, one of 5 players from this William Patterson team who was on college hockey buzz in the Jersey Pro League, as Ethan May makes a stop, and he'll clear it out of there. First big test of the night, first test of the evening for Ethan May, as that one blocked in front by Wolter. Phillips trying to race back after this. He'll come back over to Galgani. He'll backhand it out of there. Martin keeps it in at the point. Gets a little bit of a hit there from a Pioneer. And Lastra trying to take it away. Sending across all the way over to Stoffel. And he'll clear out of the zone where Sisla will give chase. Pioneers putting a little bit of pressure on, but it's been all TCNJ so far as Josh Kushner was racing for a loose puck. brought back down as the Thomas Swartout-led second unit will come onto the ice for the first time tonight. Kushner held up at the blue line for a brief moment. And Stoffel spinning around, just trying to take it out of his own end. Filacamo can't corral it. Kushner wires and fires. And that's covered up by Galgani. .16:03 to go in period number 1. The Lions leading in the shot category 5-2. We've seen them lead. I believe that's the first time since the Lehigh win that the Lions have led in the shot category so far, as Filacamo will send this on the dasher board. Tracking back for it is Gavin Iacchini. As Thomas Swartout will take it back. Setting it across, trying to get it back over to Swartout, and he's got a little bit of an opportunity. Swartout back, Filacamo looking for it. Short range save by May. That was Dante Amato who was looking for his 12th point of the season and driving backwards with it. Right now, Matt O'Donnell. And that one's backhanded it up into the stanchion and into the William Patterson bench by Darren LaCourte. And we'll get another stoppage in play. 15:23 to go in the first period. Nobody is winning so far. Tied 0-0, 0-0 for you soccer fans watching. We all know ice hockey is the superior sport to soccer, but more on that later. This is Stoffel, who was able to get the puck off the draw. Rather, that's going to be Matt O'Donnell, who's looking to go coast to coast through the defense. Can't get around Sislo. Tying up in front there was LaCourte. And Gatsonis trying to get it out of there. Rather, that was Jake Barrera. Sislo avoids a hit, gets it up to Barrera. Down the near side, Barrera dancing through the defense, trying to get through, and they score! And I don't know if it was. I think it's Jack Ellis who put it in, and it is going to be a goal for the Lions. So Jack Ellis, goal number 1 of the night. And for the first time in October, the Lions strike first at TSAI. And now the referees are going to talk about it. Not sure what the call was there. I think the idea was that Galgani may have had it covered, but puck just squirting over, and right place, right time for Ellis. And he is able to pot it home and give the Lions the lead with 14:53. And now we're going to get a hit as Barrera hit from behind again, and now a little bit of pushing and shoving. And it's going to be Ellis from Barrera at 14:53 in the first period.
TCNJ goal! His third of the season, scored by number 9, Jack Ellis. Assisted by number 12, Jake Barrera. Time of the goal, 14 minutes, 53 seconds. That's Ellis's third of the season from Barrera at 14:53 in the first period.
And it looks like we're going to get coincidental minors here between Barrera and George Boyle. We'll see what it is. Jordan down in the scores table. Shout out for her for giving us the up-to-date stats. It's going to be coincidental roughing minors for both Barrera and Boyle at 14:48. So a little bit of open ice for both of these teams. And William Patterson, who leads as Austin Teets trying to take that around, the team captain of this William Patterson team, trying to swat it away. Stout will take it out. Sending it across, nearly losing the twig there was Ethan May. The Lions trying to get it out, setting up shop as nearly deflected in there by Austin Teets. Teets and Lastra lead the team in points with 12 and 11 respectively as Gatsonis lays the hammer onto Teets. Sending it back is Pachalski. Go up for Stout. He is hammered from behind by Filacamo. Sending into a Stoffel, nearly redirected in front by Teets. This is Tommy Boyle. Over to Stoffel. The younger Boyle brother trying to get it in, trying to get it out of his own end is Colin Phillips. And rather that's Logan May who tries to clear, and finally Pachalski will.
Coincidental minors for both TCNJ and William Patterson, number 12, Jake Barrera, and number 44, George Boyle. Both skaters each 2 minutes for roughing. Time of the penalties, 14 minutes, 48 seconds. Boyle and Barrera, 2 minutes for roughing at 14:48 in the first period.
Pachalski sending it in. He loses possession of the puck. Keeping it is Sizzla. Taking it at the near wall, gets it all the way up. Looking for the tap and goal was Pachalski as Stefanik had him on a rope. Stoffel the other way. Little bit of speed out of Stoffel. Trying to get past Scott Martin. He can't quite get it there. Sending it is O'Donnell. Onside is Barberi. But that one will clear out of the zone. Tracking back for it, the 26 of Aiden Swain. Long ice pass for Santo. He bulldozes his way through O'Donnell. And taking it up is Santo again. Walter is able to keep it in. 4-on-4 time is up. Back to 5-on-5. Sending it through the blue paint there was Santo. Trying to set it in again. He can't quite corral it. Lagriola wasn't either. Able to get there. Long range chance from Gatsonis goes wide of Galgani. And that one deflected off of a Lion. So icing is waved off. William Patterson thought it was going to be an icing, and now a slow change for the Pioneers. And tracking back for it is going to be George Boyle, who's out of the box. Boyle up through there. And the senior will ice it with 11:47 to go. The Lions up 1-0 over William Patterson, leading in the shots 8-4. And a little bit of miscommunication between a couple of the skaters as coming back to the bench, Dan Foley, who's trying to change, but Boyle icing it forces Foley to come back to the bench. And fresh skaters will not be able to come on for the Pioneers just yet. Stout off the draw. Gets it over to Barrera, who's got 1 point so far tonight, but Lastra will take it away. Lastra trying to spring Russo the other way, and it's going to be yet another icing for this top unit. A little bit surprised that Gio Russo is this top center with this unit with Teets and Lastra. Typically it's Thomas Swartout, who is a unit with both Teets and Lastra. Again, it sounded like a broken record, but all three of those guys playing in the Jersey Pro League over the summer. In the club division for College Hockey Buzz, that team winning the club division championship. Of course, Kevin Brennan was in net. Luca Filacamo was also on the team. That one ricochets weirdly in front of the goal net. That goes away from Ethan May. Kevin Brennan not playing tonight as Matt Sizzla will spin away from Russo. Sending it up is Ellis. He can't get it out. May is able to make the stop with the pillows. Looking for a big hit into the corner there was Quimby with the 2 sevens. Sizzla with lots of time elects to try and spring it up to May. Logan May trying to outdance the icing, and he will. Taking a weird hit right behind the cage was Swain, who went swan diving. Walter sends one in, looking for the redirect in front was May. He couldn't get a twig on it. May losing the puck. Walter keeps it in at the blue line. May trying to take it away. Batted out of the air with a high stick. And Martin will collide with Brendan Ross. And we'll get a stoppage and a face-off to the right-hand side of Hunter Galgani. Taking a look at the Avenel, New Jersey native stats for the freshman. 2-0 on the season, a 3.82 GAA and an 86.2 save percentage. Right now, his team not doing a whole lot of helping them offensively and defensively. Offensively, TCNJ's been leading and nearly on cue. Gatsonis trying to send it in. Couple of bodies hitting the ice at Sai. As Stefanik and Russo will come together. Rather, that was Phillips and Russo. Phillips sends one in, goes off of the stick, nearly out of play. George Boyle posting Brian Gaboda. One of the D2 call-ups with Colin Helkowski, a lower body injury, and now an RKO behind the play between the two 26s. Puck hit a weird bump in the ice. Icing is waved off, and another wholesale line change for William Patterson. A little bit of a short bench for both of these teams. As Scott Martin dancing through the D. Martin spinning around, holds up behind the cage, trying to get it to Kubota for his first D1 goal. Walter holds up at the point, sends it along the half wall, trying to get it over to Martin. He's there in time. Martin to Kubota. Kubota held up and posted up by Quimby. Sends it up to Pacholski, trying to find somebody. Kubota right in the mid-slot, right from the Ovechkin office, but he can't get it past Galgani. And we are only halfway through this first period, and this has by far been the best period of hockey that TCNJ has played so far in 24-25. Already got a goal, in case you're just tuning in. Jack Ellis from Jake Barrera has a little bit of a wild face-off win for the Pioneers, as snuffled out by Galgani. And TCNJ leads 13-5 in the shot category. Ethan May hasn't had a whole lot of rubber being thrown in his direction, but he has been perfect so far. Stefanik cranks one, deflects up into the netting, and another face-off for William Patterson. Pioneers win the draw, taken by Stoffel. Puts on the brakes. Rather, this is O'Donnell who sends it all the way up. Swartout down the far side. Filicama next to him gets it over to Amato. Amato dancing around, trying to knot this game back up at one. Was looking for Swartout on a seam pass. Instead, it comes all the way over to Tommy Boyle. Dangerous pass in front, taken out of there by Matt Sislo. Stefanik will hit the deck. Filicamo can't corral it, and he'll send it back in as Stefanik looks to be in a little bit of pain, but he'll stay in the play. Sislo and Boyle will come together. Hitting the ice there is Swartout. Boyle racing for it. He and Sislo once again pinned together like a tail on a donkey. Boyle loses it, but Swartout will take it away. This is Sislo. Back across, we'll get it over for Stefanik. Trying to take it out of there is Pacholski, and the Lions with a 2-on-1 if they hurry. Pacholski with Kushner. Kushner right down Broadway. He goes wide. And now he's going to draw a penalty as he goes hard into the half wall. And Galgani, good sportsmanship out of him, making sure that Kushner is okay. And we're going to get our second penalty of the evening, the first power play opportunity for the Lions tonight. And it looks like it's going to be Gio Russo, 2 for boarding, with 8:04 to go in the first period. So TCNJ's power play will get its first opportunity to work tonight. It'll start with a win, sets it back over to Martin, looking to wire and fire. Rebound not collected, but it's kept in by Ellis. Ellis from long range, fans on the shot. That one cleared all the way out of there by Barberi. And the Lions will start in their own end.
William Patterson, minor penalty, assessor number 22, Gio Russo, 2 minutes for boarding. Time of the penalty, 8 minutes, 4 seconds. Russo, 2 minutes for boarding at 8:04 in the first period.
Setting it back across, 1:20 to go in the penalty towards Russo. Martin gets it over to Stout. Stout back over to Martin. Martin from the point, looking for the redirect, not able to get it home with the Lions. Martin races over and just not able to keep it out as he'll get a hit from Barberi. Ellis keeps it in, nearly redirected off of Lastra's stick. And Stout will keep it in, launches the twig of Stoffel to the stratosphere. And a long clear there from the Pioneers, 50 seconds to go. May with a little bit of a Steve Dangle moment, he's able to get it out of his own zone. Martin with it, starting in the Lions' end. Gets it back across to May, Martin with it. Quarterbacking this power play. George Boyle will take it up, Austin Teets on it. Short-handed are the Pioneers. Looking for an opportunity was Boyle. He'll come down. Wasn't able to get anything off. 25 seconds to go. This is Teets short-handed in the Lions' den. Taking it away is Stout. Martin will come back with it. And one final opportunity for the man advantage for TCNJ. Doesn't look like they're going to do anything here as the tempo of the game slows down a little bit. 6 seconds to go in the penalty towards Russo. May screaming down the near side. Boyle will take it away from him. May still has it. Sent back up, but Russo coming right out of the box, and here he comes down the near wall. Russo hit cleanly, sets it up for Teets. Teets looking for it, he rips it home. And what a sequence of events. The power play stalling out. Coming out of the box was Russo. Puts it on a tee for Teets. And he'll drive it home to tie it up with 5:52 to go in the first. And we saw that how many times during the Jersey Pro League season from Austin Teets? That is goal number 11 of the season, which is absolutely ridiculous for being 7 games into the campaign. And Austin Teets is, again, we saw it in the JPL, and we're seeing it here for William Patterson. He is really good, and Ethan May really just didn't know where the puck was.
William Patterson goal, his 11th of the season, scored by number 8, Austin Teets, assisted by number 22, Gio Russo. Time of the goal, 5 minutes, 52 seconds. Teets is 11th of the season from Russo at 5:52 in the first period.
So we're back to where we started from with 5:32 to go in the opening frame. And this one is sent out of the zone. Sislo will tag up for the icing call, 5:25 left. And going over that power play for TCNJ, it really just hasn't been good so far. 20%, which is third in the NECHL, will give the Lions that. And it was really good against Canisius, going for 3 times in the 2 games set last weekend. But other than that, just trying to get it to click here are the Lions on the man advantage. Martin sends one in. Stefanik's not able to redirect it home. He's back on the biscuit, however, trying to get it away from Tommy Boyle. Thomas Swartout can't get it. Now will come out, and a 2-on-1 opportunity for William Patterson, snuffed out again by Gatsonis. Dangerous pass in front of May. Pachalski is able to corral it. Tape pass all the way over to Stefanik, but he can't corral it. Kushner with a big hit on Tommy Boyle behind the play. And will continue to play on. 3-on-2 is Filacamo, blocked in front by Gatsonis. Cleared all the way out of the zone. Skirting all the way down is the puck. Aiden Swain will collect. Boyle back over. Gets it back to Martin. Spins away from a Pioneer. May will collect again. Pachalski digging at it. Instead, he'll come back over to Boyle. He'll send it in. Now racing for the loose change was Dan Foley, and he'll try and get it. Fans on a pass shot. Tied up with Martin. He's looking for a call. He won't get it. Ethan May back the other way. A very big burst of speed here out of May. He's trying to dance through coast to coast. He is brought down, and he'll draw a penalty. Rather, that's Logan May who is screaming down. And Stoffel will bring it down. A breakaway opportunity for May. Stoffel bringing him down, and looked to me that should have been a penalty shot opportunity with Stoffel just dragging him to the ground, but another power play opportunity for TCNJ. They are 0 for 1 so far tonight.
William Patterson minor penalty assessed to number 23, Vincent Stoffel. 2 minutes for holding. Time of the penalty, 4 minutes, 6 seconds. Stoffel, 2 minutes for holding at 4:06 in the first period.
Starts with a win for the Lions and redirected in front nearly. Martin on the shot. Nobody was home to redirect it in white. Logan May back across, gets it over to Stout on the far corner. Stout backhands it over to Stefanik. Stout will watch it go back over to Martin. Martin sending it up. Stefanik can't corral it. Logan May will try and take it away. This is Jack Ellis. Back up to May, but the tape-to-tape pass was a little too hot. May back over. Goes off of the skate of Stefanik, and he'll just send it back over to the bumper. Ellis wide. Oh, my goodness. What a redirection by Stefanik, going off of the outside post, but he can't pot it home. Sending it back for another power play kill. We're on the kill are the Pioneers. This is Walter spinning away from Teets. Looking for another power play kill as that one takes a bad bounce all the way over into the home penalty box. .245 to go in period number 1. All tied up at 1. We approach the first intermission. Jack Ellis for the Lions, Austin Teets for the Pioneers. Two of the leading scorers for either team. Teets, of course, with a lot more red lights so far this season. This is Walter taking it in. He is brought down. And Kushner looking for it, didn't know where it was. Coming back for it is O'Donnell. Barrera now fighting with Quimby. Pachalski trying to dig at it, sends it back over to Kushner. Sislo at the point, sends it across to Walter, sending one through traffic. Kushner on a tee, goes off the post. Time is up on the Stoffel minor. 2 for 2 is the penalty kill for the Pioneers, and they'll set up shop in their own end. O'Donnell backhanded across over to Stoffel, coming back out of the box. Kushner will pickpocket him for the defensive zone turnover. Going off of the boards, racing for it is Swartout, but Sislo had a half step on him to negate the icing. $1:46 to go in period number 1, approaching the 1 minute to play announcement. Barrera in the circle with Amato. Amato will win the draw. Gets it over to O'Donnell. O'Donnell in his own end. Spins away from a crouching May, and he's trying to go the distance. Sending a short side, looking for a tap-in goal from Amato. He can't quite connect. Tommy Boyle from the blue line, gloved down by May. Another stoppage late in the first period. Shots 18-7 in favor of TCNJ. And they have been playing really well so far. And the Lions looking to make a little bit of history tonight. In the 4 games at the Division I level that these two teams have played, William Patterson has won all 4, and all of them by at least 2 or more goals. Last game was a 4-1 loss for the Lions back on January 28th. As Colin Phillips racing for the loose puck. Gets hit into the boards there by Russo. Teets gets it. He'll kick it all the way over. Last minute opportunity here, and just going off the pillows. A shot from Lastra and a good save from May. Walter turns it over in the low slot. 1 minute remaining in the first period. Dangerous couple of opportunities for the Pioneers as Martin will try and take it away. Spin it away from Dan Foley. But Swartout has other ideas. Rather, that's Aiden Swain fighting for it. Penalty is going to come on. Not sure who it's against. I think it is going to be against TCNJ, and it will be. I'm surprised Galgani didn't go to the bench with under 35 to play. And it looks like it's going to be Nick Santo who's dogged for a penalty. We'll see what the call is, and it's going to be a roughing call against Nick Santos with 34 seconds to play. And William Patterson will go on their first power play of the evening as that one flutters over the bar. Lastra not able to keep it in. Short-handed are the Lions as May was tripped up. The whole bench was looking for a call.
TCNJ minor penalty assistant number 24, Nick Santo, 2 minutes for roughing. 10-minute penalty, 34 seconds. Santo, 2 minutes for roughing at 34 seconds in the first period.
One final opportunity for Lastra, sending one in. Had Filacamo with a wide open cage, but time expires. And that will do it for period number 1. As the Lions knotted up at 1 with the Pioneers, shots 18-9 in favor of the Lions. But Santo will have 1 minute and 27 seconds of penalty time remaining after the first intermission of play. Right back to where we started from. After 1, it's 1-1. You're watching TCNJ ACHA Hockey live on Breakout Sports Broadcasting. And we are back here, 20 down, 40 to go, as we return for period number 2 between TCNJ and William Patterson, live on Breakout Sports Broadcasting. My name is Trey Wright, as the Lions and the Pioneers knotted up at 1 apiece after 1. For TCNJ, Jack Ellis scoring goal number 3 of the season, assist from Jake Ferreira. And then 6 minutes, nearly 7 minutes later, it was Austin Tietze Ripper from the high slot, getting it all the way across. A little bit of a jailbreak play from Gio Russo. It's the lone goal scoring we've got so far, and Eric Santo rather, taking a penalty. With 34 seconds to go in the first period, it'll be a $1.27 of carryover penalty time, as the referees will come out onto the ice for this second period. Same referee crew for the Rider Virginia Tech game from earlier this afternoon. Virginia Tech downing the Bronx 5-4. Rider right now on a 5-game winless streak, going into next weekend's matchup on October 19th against Marist. But enough of Rider, enough of the D2 stuff. This is the D1 hockey for TCNJ that we know that everybody knows and loves. As next game for TCNJ tomorrow afternoon at 1 o'clock, taking on the Ryan Osorino-led Drexel Dragons. Tomorrow afternoon, 1 o'clock, puck drop. As we get ready to rock and to put the pen to the paper for period number 2, a little bit of shuffling of the Lions as Scott Martin will be slotted back as a center on this penalty killing unit. And off the draw, here we go for period number 2. Starts for a win for the Pioneers as Aiden Swain will take it. Gets it back over to O'Donnell, who will start in his own zone. Fluttering chance goes off of the glove of Ethan May, and he'll make a save. Tietze with it in the corner, trying to get it across all the way over to O'Donnell. He can't get it. Kept in by Swartout out the point. Swain at the bumper slot. Gets it across over to O'Donnell. Short range shot taken out of there and blocked and deflected out by Sislo. Swain keeps it in. Tietze gets it over for O'Donnell. 50 seconds to go in the penalty to Eric Santo, as Swartout will lead this second penalty power play unit, trying to get William Patterson back up. Barbera gets it over, and a short angle shot for Swartout gets saved there by Ethan May. Martin backhands it out, nearly batted down with a high stick, and it was batted out of the air with a high stick. And it'll be out of play. 24 seconds to go in the penalty to number 24. There'll be a face-off to the right-hand side of Hunter Galgani. 24 seconds to go. Second penalty killing unit on for the Lions. And off the draw, William Patterson will win it. Barbary behind the zone cage. We'll set it back up. Filicamo sending it up. Can't quite get it all the way across over to Amato. Filicamo back with it. 7 seconds to go in the penalty to Santo. About to come out of the box is Eric. Filicamo can't quite find it. Spinning around is Gatsonis. And a successful kill for this TCNJ unit. Their first kill of the evening on their first penalty killing opportunity. Gatsonis lost the puck right in front of the blue paint. Good heads up play from Ethan May. He'll stop it. 18-19 to go in period number 2. So both of these teams still tied up at 1. And William Patterson has been all gas and no brakes so far this season. But they are 3-3-1 coming into tonight, as Lastra will win it off the draw, trying to get it away from Sislo. Lastra still with it, and if you take a look at William Patterson's stats, they're 5th in the ECHA for goals for, as that one would go up into the netting. But they are a resounding -3 differential-wise, letting up 30 goals in their first 7 games of the season. That is 9th place, aka last, in the ECHA for goals against. And then for TCNJ, they've had 21 against, 3rd in the NECHL. A lot of that has been thanks to Mike Bucinich and Ethan May being a really good goaltending duo. But the goals for haven't been there. The offense really hasn't been there for the Lions, as that shot from Lastra will be deflected or flutter out of the zone. It's a -7 differential for TCNJ, as that one will pop out. So tonight, if you think about it, it's between a little bit of a fizzling offense versus a little bit of a jelly, wet newspaper defense. And just trying to see who'll be better. And hey, if TCNJ's offense can be on it like Blue Bonnet, it should be a good rest of the game for the Lions. But if they can't get there and you can't contain Austin Teets and Thomas Swartout, can't contain those two guys, it's going to be a little bit of a tough row to hoe for the next 37 minutes. 37 minutes, rather. As O'Donnell trying to take it away. Stout gets behind him as Barrera will lose track of it. Sent back up. Russo will send it in corner to corner. Stout back with it, hit behind the play. Barrera's with it, fighting with Russo. Looking for an opportunity there was Foley, and May is able to cover, and he'll fall down to boot, but he's able to get back up and going. And now May is going to have a little bit of a conversation with, that's either Stoffel or O'Donnell back there. Rather, that's Russo. It's none of the two. As May and Russo will have a little bit of a chin wag after the play ends. And we'll get back and going. Stefanik wins the draw, trying to take it out of his own end. Spins around, gets it over to Martin. Martin finds a loose puck, sends it up for Gatsonis. Long range chance. Stefanik was a little too far behind the play, and this is icing as the 223 is racing for the loose change. Very close game between these two programs. Shot 18-14 in favor of the Lions. Still have not given up the lead of the shot category quite yet, as Barberry will win this off of a spinning draw, gets it over to Stoffel. Swartout takes it away, spins away from a spinning Lion, right at the doorstep, and through the 5-hole it goes. And it is going to be Austin Teets once again. 2 straight goals for the captain of this William Patterson team. And the Pioneers will take their first lead of the evening with Teets' second of the night. So 1 goal away from a natty hattie for Austin Teets, and like we just said, if you can't control that top line, this is going to be a rough game for TCNJ. As taken out there was Ryan Walter. Filacama will hit the deck. Same thing there with Quimby. Quimby trying to chase after it. Sizzler will take it out. A big hit from behind as Lagriola got dumped by Georgie Boyle. So, no surprise on this stat line here. Swartout to Teets with 16:54 to go in the second period rather. As hitting the boards, and the puck will be out of play.
William Patterson goal, his 12th of the season and second of the evening, scored by number 8 Austin Teets, assisted by number 16 Thomas Swartout. Time of the goal 16 minutes 54 seconds. Teets from Swartout at 16:54 in the second period.
It'll be a face-off win for TCNJ, but William Patterson back in possession. William Patterson in orange, TCNJ in white, a little bit of a Montreal Canadiens-esque pattern for this William Patterson team. As taking it up there is Boyle, trying to out-deke Martin, and spinning for it was a Pioneer, falling to the ice. That was Foley. Back across and looking for the equalizer was Logan May, can't quite do that. May has been really good so far, and he's going to fall down. It's bowling night for the Lions, and that's going to set up a 3-on-2. Lastra sends one in, goes high of the bar, off of the glass. Sending it as Foley. Saved by the pillows of Ethan May, and tracking back after it is Foley, who was lifted into the boards by Martin. Kept in by Swain. He'll crank one wide. Falling to the ice was Foley again. Stoffel puts the brakes on. Rather, that was O'Donnell who put on the brakes but couldn't control himself. Stout will take it. This is Barrera. Beautiful. Holy Christmas, what a shot from Lastra, and it just goes wide of the cage. May deflects it out of harm's way. Gets it away from O'Donnell. Barrera racing for the puck. Lastra will send it off with a big blast from the College Hockey Buzz skater. And Foley with a little bit of space down the near wall. Line drive, glove save by Ethan May. He'll cover it up. 13 saves on 15 shots so far for Ethan May. For the sophomore from Ontario. Now with 14:23 to go in period number 2. The Lions looking for the equalizer. As Stefanik doesn't know where the puck is. William Patterson does, but they're not able to keep it in the zone. This is Tommy Boyle, who will send it up. May will set it up for Amendola. Rather, that's Sislo behind the play. Filicamo racing for it as well. Filicamo and Kushner coming together. Filicamo with the loose change again, but this time it'll be Pachalski as the top of the unit will come on here for the Lions. Pachalski dancing around a couple of orange jerseys, trying to go coast to coast, and he can't quite hold the puck. Stefanik hit from behind by Filicamo, and William Patterson just trying to get it out of their own end, and they will. Back in the offensive zone for the Pioneers. Defensive-wise, it's the Lions trying to send it in. Gabota nearly knocked off of his skates. Kushner is brought down, and he'll draw another penalty. So Josh Kushner will draw his second penalty of the evening. It'll be a tripping call, and it looks like it's going to go against Tommy Boyle. And it will be the younger Boyle brother, dogged 2 minutes for tripping. 13:28 to go here in period number 2.
William Patterson, minor penalty assistant number 3, Tommy Boyle, 2 minutes for tripping. Time of the penalty, 13 minutes, 28 seconds. Boyle, 2 minutes for tripping at 13:28 in the second period.
So it's the third power play opportunity of the evening for the Lions. They are 0 for 2 on the man advantage so far. As Ryan Novozinski says, it's PP time at Cy, and nearly was red light time, as that was a short range shot. Cleared out of the zone by the Pioneers. Martin will take it back behind his own goaltender's office, hounded from behind by Lastra. Martin in the far left corner. Lastra just absolutely dogging him right now. Ellis will send it out. Gets it over to Phillips, who was blindside hit. Good hit there from Georgie Boyle again, and now an opportunity. Here's Phillips, who just gets it over the bar. Stout is looking for it again, and we're going to get another whistle as that one nearly hits Andrew Duco. And now Phillips is going to get into it on the other end, and now we're going to get another little bit of a tussle. Couple players talking to each other. That was Lastra and Phillips, who were about 10 seconds away from dropping the gloves and throwing haymakers. Fortunately, cooler heads will prevail, and in all the chaos, the net came off its moorings for a brief moment. Hunter Galgani will talk with the referees, making sure the pipes are on the fittings and bearings all swimmingly. Minute 13 to go in the tripping penalty against Tommy Boyle. Face off to the left-hand side of Galgani. Looking for the tap-in was Pacholski. Lastro racing for it with Logan May. Pacholski joining the fray. 3-on-2 battle along the boards. 3 Pioneers, 2 Lions, and William Patterson will clear. Under a minute to go in the power play. This is Barrera behind his own cage. Rather, that was Martin, gets it up to Ellis. Cleared back in by Swain. Martin once again to collect. He's pickpocketed by Swart as the 216s will come together. Ellis sends it up. Brought down by Pacholski. Setting it up for Nick Stout as he'll rim it along the half wall, where Logan May will try and take it away. May with Swain with him. Keeping the play alive is Galgani. 20 seconds to go in the penalty to Boyle, and that might do it for power play number 3 if Martin doesn't hurry. Martin will skate it out. The pass a little too far behind Pacholski, and racing back for it is LaCourte. 3 seconds to go in the penalty against Boyle. Racing for it is O'Donnell. Short-handed for a brief moment as Swart out with a tap-in opportunity, couldn't get it in. Stoffel will send it in, but the Pioneers are offside. They'll have to tag up. And looking for an opportunity is TCNJ. Now a one-on-one battle, looking for an opportunity. Shot saved by Galgani, and he covers up the rebound. Sidney Crosby style. Galgani just falling off of the puck. And Stoffel making sure that he is A-OK. With 11:07 to go in period number 2, approaching the midway point in this game so far. It's been a good one from the Field House. William Patterson leading 2-1. TCNJ has just not been able to get quality shots onto Hunter Galgani. As Galgani will readjust the helmet. He's ready to roll, and so are we. Martin at the draw. Rather, that was Barrera's hit hard, and the boards was Kushner looking to draw his 3rd penalty of the evening. Pacholski at the doorstep, can't get it home. Pacholski hounded, same thing with Kushner. Trying to get it back over to Pacholski, he'll do it. Kushner was hit high. Pacholski looking for the wraparound, couldn't get it. Kushner cranks one right into the breadbasket of Galgani, who has been called upon in this second period so far, especially in the last 2 minutes, has made 4 saves over the course of the last 2. And is right now 21 for 22 so far, as the Lions look to get back into this one. Pacholski lost the draw. William Patterson the other way as Tommy Boyle was trying to take it back across. Kushner will see it go past him. This is Sislo. Nearly brought off his skates by Barberry. Sislo back with it. Surrounded by a couple of orange and black jerseys. Matt is still with the puck. The younger Boyle brother trying to clear it out of the neutral zone. Finally comes into one end of the ice while Ethan May will set it up. And Ryan Walter the other way. He's pickpocketed by Jason Lastra. Lastra sending it in for Barberry. Barberry fighting with Sislo. Shot from Swain, fans on it. Kushner can't get there. Sislo has to hop over a stick. And Lastra will send it back over into the TCNJ zone. Cue the Bon Jovi. We're halfway there as TCNJ living on a little bit of a prayer. As looking for the Natty Hattie. Oh my goodness. Lastra with 2 opportunities. Both denied. As Teets nearly had a Natty Hattie, Pacholski gets hit. That was Lastra with 2 point-blank shots, and he missed both of them. And that'll be icing against William Patterson. And oh my goodness, Jason Lastra, you silly goose. Again, we saw that hard shot over the summer in the Jersey Pro League, and we've seen it a couple times tonight, and I am starstruck that he did not connect there. and make this a 3-1 game. Phillips the other way, nearly knotted it up. Galea's first minutes of the evening trying to get it there. Phillips looking for it, still is loose. Galea can't get it. This is Lastra again, sends it the length of the ice again. Racing for it is Gatsonis, and he'll get there uncontested. So another icing against William Patterson, and a lot of tired skaters out on the frozen water for these guys. 9:09 to go in period number 2. TCNJ trailing by 1 goal. Jack Ellis got the goal scoring started early in the first period, but it's been goals in the first and second, both of them from Austin Tietz, who's on Natty Hattie watch, who's got William Patterson up by 1. Swartout will outrace the icing as the 216s will collide again. Martin trying to take it away from Swartout. He has his stick lifted. May nearly ran into Stout, and that one will go off the side of the net. Russo fighting for it. Martin taking it away. Martin trying to take it away there from LaCourte. He can't bring it down. Right, nearly deflecting in off of the stick of May, who had been really lucky so far. Barrera nearly knocked it down with a high stick. It comes over to Matty O'Donnell. O'Donnell dancing through. May will knock him off. O'Donnell little loopy after that hit as it comes over to Nick Stout. O'Donnell, however, right back into the play, goes off the stick of Taylor Quimby. And a lot of offensive zone pressure so far in this period from William Patterson, but they have been able to put quality shots on net. This is Stout the far side. Hounded from behind, and he'll do a quick shot short side into the glove of Galgani as George Boyle was hounding right in front of him. And Boyle will win the draw. Both George and Tommy Boyle, seniors on this William Patterson team, as Amendola will rocket one after pickpocketing a Pioneer in their own zone and deflected in front. That one going all the way up into the rafters and could have gone farther than a SpaceX rocket. Speaking of things that are flying, 7:47 to go in period number 2. Walter takes it through traffic, blocked in front. This is Amendola again. Sends it up for Eric Santo. Santo looking for Amendola in the low slot. He can't get it. Taking a stick up high with Filicamo, and Lagriola can't get it in. Filicamo thought he was hit up high, but we continue to play on as the icing was waved off. Lagriola will take that in, gets it up to Santo, but he'll lose it. Lagriola with a hit on to Georgie Boyle, gets it all the way over. This is Amato. Amato trying to take it all the way back, hounded by white jerseys. This is Austin Tietz again. With Santo sending it up for Lagriola, trying to outrace the icing, and he will. He'll collide with Stoffel in the corner, on the end wall rather, and Swain will take it back up. Gets it over to Barberry. 3-on-2. The Pioneers can hurry, sending it in on May. Shot blocked. And the rebound collected by the Lions. Lastra keeps it in, sends it off of the wall, trying to get it around Ryan Walter. Lastra trying to set up Barberry, but he wasn't open. 6:34 to go in period number 2. Barberry sends it in again. Walter can't collect it. Lastra will take it. Jason Lastra racing for the puck. Instead, it comes over to Austin Tietz, and Ethan May wisely coming a little bit out of the paint to corral that down, with Tietz nearly having his 3rd straight goal here in the last 20 minutes or so. William Patterson 2, TCNJ 1. Phillips and Stoffel will meet at the dot. It's 1, and Gabota will skate it up. The D2 call-up will send it in. Galea racing for it, nearly boarded Swain. Did a good job of coming off of him before drawing a penalty. Swain can't corral that one, but it'll come back forward in the opposite corner. Swain gets it up. Foley will tip it, so the icing is waved off. He and Stout will come together. Stout nearly went headfirst into the end wall, but he's able to keep the head up. We continue to play on. Foley with a wraparound chance on the pickpocket. Not enough mustard on the shot. Stout with it. Long range chance. Tip back down. Gabota nearly with it. Gabota's trying to stab at it. And it comes over to Phillips. Phillips wires one. Comes over to Gabota, but nobody is home in the low slot wearing white. Swain again. Trying to get over to Foley. Swain can't corral it. He'll blindly send a shot in as he loses an edge and blows a tire. Gali will send it past the red line. Gabota chasing after it. Right behind him is Russo. And a lot going on here with 5:12 to go in the second period. This is O'Donnell trying to crank it all the way up as getting it there was Foley. Stout taking it back again. Filacamo hounding him is taken by Swartout. Swartout dancing around Stout. And Amato trying to take it away, but here comes Barrera again. A burst of speed out of Jake Barrera, going west to east with it, brought down by George Boyle, and Boyle will crunch him into the boards. Under 5 to go in period number 2. Nearly crossed up there was Karabko, and a 3-on-1 for William Patterson if they hurry. Trying to get it down. What a back check by Karabko. Wasn't even able to get a shot off was William Patterson. Logan Mabe the other way. Gets it over to Ellis. He's not able to get a good shot on it as it'll go wide. May cranks it back around. Boyle will take it up to Filacamo. Filacamo clears it out of his own end, but nobody was home wearing orange. Karabko, who's played a fantastic defensive shift so far, will put it in on Galgani. And Hunter Galgani will make the stop, and what an effort there from Matthew Karabko, the freshman from Aberdeen. Still looking for his first point of the season on the third period of defense with Alex Gatsonis. And I think that was enough of a back check on a 3-on-1 to potentially put him up on that second pairing, or maybe even the first pairing with either Stout or Martin. Sending one in and cranking it was the 23 again of Rich Stefanik, trying to clear my head there. He is still looking for his first point of the season. Sending it from long range. That was Sislo. Goes past. Gatsonis again. Nearly hit by Lastra again. Bouncing puck in front. Gatsonis will take it around. Lastra hounding him from behind. Lastra takes it off of Gatsonis' stick. Looking for an opportunity. There was Tommy Boyle, but he fanned on the shot. Taken back down, Rich Stefanik. Good block there from Stefanik as they'll get over to Pacholski. Kushner waves off a hit there from Lastra. Lastra will get the last laugh in that battle, tries to get it over to Austin Teets. Teets setting things up. Big hit from Gatsonis at the far boards. Pacholski across. 181 seconds to go in period number 2. Trailing, and a little bit of a whiplash there as Dan Foley went straight into the stanchion, and he is down. And Foley hit the stanchion right at the end of the boards, and he is down. And that was a wait whistle as Foley is in a lot of trouble. That was really bad. As Foley is able to get back up, and he's sitting on the bench. Trainer coming across. Just stepping a little gingerly there is Dan Foley. And with how open the benches are, good. Thank God for the padding, because I'm trying to remember the NHL equivalent of that. I know there was something. We'll check back on it later as, meanwhile, Swartout taking it away. It's just good to see Dan Foley is conscious after that. Loading the cannon there was Stoffel blocked in front again. TCNJ playing a little bit on their heels here in period number 2, as May will cover that down. And again, I think Dan Foley may have just got his bell rung there. Trainer just checking him out. Good to see that he's walking, that he's conscious, B, he's walking, C, it looks like he's just talking to the trainer, talking to the team, as Philacama will get bumped to the ice. Just good to see that he's able to be cognitive. Again, concussions are just a byproduct of hockey. As a 2-on-1 the other way, Swartout pops the bottle and scores. A beautiful toe drag goal for Thomas Swartout with 1:57 to go in the second. And a late goal like that might be the backbreaker for the Lions. So Swartout will get his second point of the night, had the assist on the last Teats goal. And with 1:57 to go, the road gets a lot harder for this TCNJ unit. And that was the first goal in a while for Thomas Ward. That's his first goal of the season. It's been a little bit of an off season for Thomas Swartout. He's only played in 5 games so far.
William Patterson goal, his first of the season, scored unassisted by number 16, Thomas Swartout. Time of the goal, 1 minute 57 seconds. Swartout's first of the season is unassisted at 1:57 in the second period.
So now the Lions, is that one waffle board in the glass, nearly redirecting in. Now TCNJ, needing 2 to tie, has led in the shot category for the entire game, but hasn't been able to get much past many quality shots on Galgani, as icing will be called against the Pioneers. And going back to that goal, it was scored unassisted by Swartout. A little bit of just a defensive breakdown for the Pioneers, unfortunately. And Swartout taking that away, and we've seen that beautiful wrist shot, toe drag release a lot for college hockey buzz over the summer, and we love to see it over the summer. We don't like to see it now, as Teets was looking for his 3rd of the game to make this a 3-goal game. Fighting for it again. Barberry goes wide.
1 minute to play in the first period, second period.
Sending it Barberry through traffic, nearly going off of the shoulder of May. This is Teets again. Boyle sends it in, looking for the redirect from Teets, wasn't able to get so. May the other direction, avoids a hit, but the linesman was in the way. Barrera will take the loose change. Back over to Ellis, he is brought down. Martin trying to take it away. Spinning for it was Swain. He can't quite get there. May will collect. May back with it, comes over to Swain. 20 seconds now to go in period number 2. And TCNJ with a lot of work to do if they want to get back into this game. This is May looking for a last-second goal. 10 seconds to go. Shot goes wide off of the Zamboni door. 5 seconds left. William Patterson with an opportunity. Swain screaming down the near side, trying to put one in, but he can't. And that will do it for period number 2. 2 goals from that period for the Pioneers, as they lead TCNJ 3-1. We'll step aside for a brief moment. You're watching TCNJ Lions hockey live on a Breakout Sports Broadcasting. And we're back here for period number 3 of tonight's matchup between TCNJ and William Patterson. And the Pioneers leading the Lions 3-1 going into the third period. Trey Wright bringing you the action here for Breakout Sports Broadcasting, and the Lions looking to get back into the W column. Currently on a 2-game losing streak, and trying to beat William Patterson for the first time in program history, but the Pioneers looking to hold on. It is the last game of the weekend for William Patterson as they played Temple last night, a 5-3 loss against the Owls, one of the top teams in the ECHA right now. And William Patterson's next game will be right back here at the TSAI Field House next Friday night on October 18th at 8 o'clock Eastern, when they'll take on the Lions once again. The first of 3 matchups between William Patterson and TCNJ here in 2024-25. "90 seconds to go here in the intermission. And it's been the Austin Teets and Thomas Swartout show so far in this game for William Patterson. Jack Ellis got the goal scoring started early in the first period, but it's 3 straight red lights for the Pioneers. As we'll wait for both teams to come out. We'd like to once again thank you all so much for tuning in to tonight's coverage. Both of our games tonight and all of our games this weekend. Ramapo winning last night, Rider being swept by Virginia Tech this weekend, and TCNJ looking to join the Roadrunners. It's teams to win this weekend. Have another opportunity to try and do so tomorrow afternoon, a matinee matchup between TCNJ and the Dragons of Drexel. Puck drop about 1:15 tomorrow afternoon. It'll be the first time in D1 history that the Lions will take on Drexel, trying to dethrone the ESCHL champions for 23-24. The Dragons were able to come back and absolutely steal that tournament back in late February, where a lot of that team came back. Of course, Ryan Nocerino, the main goaltender for that group, certainly back for the next 3 years, it seems like, with Nocerino winning that championship and being named Finals MVP. Back there as a freshman, as the netminder. A lot of those guys returning. Anton Kazitsky, Jimmy Jacobs. Who else is trying to return from that Drexel team? More on that tomorrow, as that is then and this is now, as the Lions trailing by 2. And we're off and running for period number 3. Matt Sisla will take it across. Barrera chasing after it. This is Swain on the biscuit. Swain with a burst of speed, held up by Ellis, but he'll still have it. Even numbers the other way. Swain looking for the house calls, and that comes off. May was trying to fix it, but they'll whistle the play dead for the net coming off. 19 seconds down in period number 3. TCNJ needing to score 2 here to make it a 3-3 game, and again, can't allow William Patterson to score any more. Goaltending has not been the issue so far for this TCNJ team, as Logan May sends it, goes off of the mask of Galgani. Again, he can't quite get it. But it's just been goal scoring, which has been the issue for TCNJ. And again, eventually the bow is going to break goaltending-wise. With Mike Bucinich has been playing really well so far. Ethan May has played well so far tonight. But you got to get the goal scoring going. You've only scored 14 goals in 6 games, as May will pad that aside once again. 14 goals scored, 21 allowed. As Swartout trying to dance through the defense. Sislo will poke at it. Pachalski taking it away. Two of the taller men on the ice coming together. A little bit of a rumble there as Swartout will come down. And Filicamo will drop it back over. Fanning on the pass there is Darren LaCourte. And Pachalski taking it the other direction. Kyle Pachalski puts on the brakes, trying to shoot it past Boyle. He can't do it. Kushner will come together. Pachalski will take it. Looking for the short side opportunity. Stefanik didn't know where it was, and it was actually in the gear of Matty O'Donnell, and a stoppage when the puck lost sight, or the referee lost sight of the puck. So Pachalski will meet at the circle with Boyle. Boyle will win the draw, but Pachalski trying to take after that. Coming back for it is Amato. He'll send it in. Good keep from Kushner. Waffle boarded into the end wall by Galgani. Walter trying to keep it in, but he can't. Kushner will take it back. Stefanik taking it in. Pachalski looking for an opportunity. Spinning across, giving himself some space. This is Kushner who can't corral it. Walter will take it away from Tommy Boyle. Boyle over to Stefanik. Stefanik hounded from behind there by Amato again. And William Patterson will take it out of their own end. This is the younger Boyle brother clearing it out. May will cover as Amato was crashing. And a little bit of a slow start to this one. 17:41 to go in period number 3, and William Patterson 2 shots away from taking over the shot count category for the first time all night long. As that second period for the Pioneers really coming into their own. As keeping out the zone there was Russo. He'll fall to the ice, and Gatsonis is going to be dogged. And it is going to be a tripping call against Alex Gatsonis. So the Lions will go back to the penalty kill. It is their second one tonight. Third penalty concurrently as Gatsonis, 2 for tripping at 17:31. Penalty kill, 1 for 1 so far, is taken down there. Nearly drawing another penalty was Santo. Here's Martin shorthanded, skating it across, backhanding it into the William Patterson end, and a little bit of a power kill to start off this penalty kill for TCNJ, but this is O'Donnell going coast to coast with it. O'Donnell puts one on net and he scores! Coast to coast for Matthew O'Donnell, goal number 3 of the season for the Cedar Grove, New Jersey native. And it's a power play goal to put the Pioneers up 3. And that is a little bit of a momentum killer there. It evens up the shot category at 28, and the Pioneers up 4. O'Donnell taking that one unassisted.
TCNJ minor penalty assistant number 13, Alex Gatsonis, 2 minutes for tripping. Time in the penalty, 17 minutes, 31 seconds. Gatsonis, 2 for tripping, 17:31 in the third period. William Patterson goal, his third of the season, scored by number 27, Matthew O'Donnell, unassisted. Time of the goal, 17 minutes and 7 seconds. O'Donnell's third of the season, scored on the power play, unassisted. That's 17:07 in the third period.
So the road gets even tougher for TCNJ as they trail William Patterson 4-1. Now going out of that first period where the Lions had all the momentum in the world as Lastra's shot gets deflected by May. All the momentum here for TCNJ coming into that first intermission, but just that late goal from William Patterson in the first, I think, is where the tide started to turn, and it's been 4 unanswered since. Swain fans on a shot, recollected by Lastra, sends one in, comes down just beneath the glass just beneath the netting and into the glass. Walter is hit into the boards. Stout coming across. This is Boyle chasing after it. Boyle getting it back. May can't keep it in. Ellis the other way. Flips it into the opposite corner where Barrera will give chase. Barrera back across. Instead he'll come back over to George Boyle. Blaster can't keep it. And putting it on there is Brendan Ross, but he can't quite negate the icing. And with that last shot for William Patterson, it took about 40 minutes and 45 minutes. But William Patterson is finally ahead in the shot category, 29-28. I think that is definitely the longest time that TCNJ has had a shot lead so far this season, and they really haven't been able to do anything with it. Hunter Galgani has been on it so far. We'll have to see if he'll make the start against TCNJ on the 18th again. This is Lastra, who thought he had outbeat the icing, but another good back check there from Gatsonis will ensure that Lastra and the rest of his line will remain on the ice. .15:32 to go. Pacholski will come back into the dot. He and Giovanni Russo will meet in the circle. Gio Russo will win the draw. Instead it comes back over. Looking for it and digging at it was Korobko. Trying to dig at it again. He can't get it out of the air. Rather, that was Stefanik, as Korobko was not able to keep it in at the point. Gatsonis back across, spins away from Brendan Ross. And Gatsonis will go the other direction with it. Blast from the point, deflected by the pillows of Galgani. Pacholski with it again. Back across over to Boyle. Boyle to Filacamo. Kushner losing an edge for a brief moment there. Sent in by Gatsonis. Korobko will chase after it. Korobko dumped down by Ross. No call on the play. Stefanik looking for it. Stefanik for Pacholski. Oh my goodness, what a save by Galgani. By far his best save of the evening. 30 for 31 so far tonight for Hunter Galgani, and that's been the story of this season so far, puck luck wise, for TCNJ. They've just about had zero of it. Aside from the Lehigh game a couple of weeks ago, it's just not been able to get the goal scoring going for this TCNJ team, and they've just really been stuffed by every single goaltender they faced. And again, tomorrow is going to be a challenge with Drexel. Strong goaltending and defensive unit. Big physical team coming out of Philadelphia. And they're going to be a very, very big challenge. Just looking for an opportunity there was LaCourte. He'll send it wide. Stout taking it back across. He'll send it in. Intercepted, now taken back away by Gilly. He is brought down. Gatsonis, rather, that's Martin trying to take it over. Looking for the tap-in pass. Not able to get it there was Phillips. Gatsonis racing back for it. A Pioneer is on the ice. It looks like it's Tommy Boyle. Sislo taking it, crunched into the end boards. He's able to get it back over to Gilly. Gilly will take it back over to Sislo. 13:31 now to go in period number 3. TCNJ trailing by that much. Might be trailing by 4 if Thomas Swartout has his way. He is brought down by Martin and is a little slow to get up. Deflecting the dump in on goal was Galgani. Taking it back in his own end, and now Walter trying to take it away from Amato. And May will take it back and he'll deflect it off of his own half wall. Lastra with a big hit on Stout, as May will clear it out. O'Donnell with the last goal for William Patterson. Looking for another coast-to-coast opportunity. Gets it all the way over to Aiden Swain. O'Donnell with it, bouncing puck, and they score! And who else but Mr. Hat-Trick himself? Austin Teets, goal number 3 of the night, and that'll certainly put it out of reach for the Lions. William Patterson leads 5-1. So that's Teets' third of the evening, scored unassisted again, and another defensive breakdown, another defensive turnover. That's the third unassisted goal from William Patterson tonight. And there's been no secondary assist on either of the goals. It's a 2-on-1 for Pachalski going down Broadway, and he answers right back with a goal. So ending the bleeding is Kyle Pachalski, his first goal of the season. And it's his first goal of his freshman career, of his collegiate career, I believe. And it is going to be his first career goal. Pachalski pots it in for goal number 1. Giving it to the bench is Rich Stefanik. And TCNJ back within 3. With 12:22 to go, back to a 3-goal game as William Patterson resting on their laurels a little bit here. Here's the goal call. Back for Teets.
William Patterson goal, his 13th of the season and 3rd of the game, scored unassisted by number 8, Austin Teets. Time of the goal, 17 minutes, 7 seconds. Teets, 3rd of the game, 13th of the season, scored unassisted at 17:07, or rather, at 17:07 in the 3rd period.
And now the net coming off is Hunter Galgani being covered up. Players will reset the cage. So it's Pachalski from referee said 15, as Pachalski is going to be in the box here. Not sure what the penalty is. And it's going to be a cross-checking goal against Pachalski here. So a goal and a penalty for Kyle. So another power play opportunity and a beautiful save from Ethan May as he covers up the follow-up chance.
TCNJ goal! The first of his collegiate career, scored unassisted by number 4, Kyle Pachalski. Time of the goal, 12 minutes, 23 seconds. As Pachalski's first of his ACHA career, scored unassisted at 12:23 in the 3rd period. TCNJ minor penalty assist to number 4, Kyle Pachalski, 2 minutes for cross-checking. Time of the penalty, 12 minutes, 4 seconds. Pachalski, 2 for cross-checking at 12:04 in the 3rd period.
So Pachalski's name being talked a lot here on the PA system as it's a power play for William Patterson once again, trying to baby a 3-goal lead. Swartout looking to get it back to a 4-goal lead. This is O'Donnell spinning it around. Barrera back with it, but Swartout will get it back over to O'Donnell. Sends it across, shot from Swain, he scores! And answering right back is William Patterson, and it's going to be Austin Teets again on the redirect. Make it a Baker's hat trick for Teets, as he puts William Patterson back up by 4. Beginning to look a lot like the first game between these two teams at the D1 level, going all the way back to September 16th of 2022. A 7-2 William Patterson win. And again, like we said, Austin Teets has been absolutely insane so far, and actually it's gonna be going, referees are gonna say it was not tipped in. It's actually gonna be going to Aiden Swain, his second of the season. Matthew O'Donnell will get his second point of the evening. And the touchdown is completed for William Patterson. And again, this has been pretty much a very even game so far between these two teams. But I feel like, again, William Patterson has just had a lot more quality shots, as Gatsonis can't keep it in at the zone. Closing in on the halfway point. This is Gatsonis crashing, nearly brought down there by Russo. Gatsonis again. Kushner taking it back, sends it across. 2 sevens will come together. Rather, that was LaCourte and Kushner coming together. Russo on this again. Kushner, a big hit there on the Aiden Swain as it comes back across over to Stout. Stout to Kushner. Getting it is Ethan May, or Logan May. Logan May looking for it. Logan May looking for a dipsy doodle goal. Denied by Galgani.
William Patterson goal, his second of the season, scored by number 26, Aiden Swain. Assisted by number 27, Matthew O'Donnell. Time of the goal, 11 minutes, 23 seconds. Swain second from O'Donnell on 11:23 in the third period.
9:40 to go. And now a brief holding pattern for a moment before Amato and Barrera will meet at the dot. Boyle pinned against the boards. Trying to dig after it there is Logan May again. He's crunched into the corner. Sislo kicks it in. Barrera not able to keep it in, however. And Amato will send it up. This is Luca Filacamo. Back over to Amato. Short range chance denied there by Ethan May. Filacamo back with it. Amato again at the high slot. Pitches it back to the point. Shot through traffic denied. That was blocked in front there by Iacchini. Filacamo back in the near corner. 9:02 to go in period number 3. TCNJ needing 4 to tie. Ellis is brought down as he blew a tire. Barrera will come together with LaCourte. Sending it out, long range pass. A little too far out in front of Logan May. And icing will be called as Karabko will come back. And William Patterson thought that was in front of the red line. They're a little confused on the play, but the referees are gonna say that it was behind the red line. I'll get back going here. 8:42 to go. And the game's starting to get a little bit out of hand for TCNJ. You know, coming into tonight, we knew that this top line was going to be an issue. But a lot of depth scoring for William Patterson tonight. Matthew O'Donnell and Aiden Swain each getting goals. It's mostly just been Austin Teets and the Thomas Swartout show for the other 4. As Gali comes in offside, Phillips thought he was behind the blue line. He was not. But if it was just Teets and Swartout, it would be a 4-2 game, but 2 defensemen cranking one in, some in from through traffic. May wasn't able to see them. And instead of what seems like a little bit of a comebackable, a manageable 2-goal deficit as that one gets turned aside by May. It's where we see a 4-goal insurmountable deficit. Iacchini will send one through. Teets looking for the Bakers. Hat trick, sends it across to Amato. He wires and fires wide. Iacchini will take it back over behind his own cage. He is hit hard by Colin Phillips. And stout shot blocked in front by a white jersey, deflects all the way over to the William Patterson bench. Short change for the Lions. Iacchini crunched into the boards by Martin. Sending it in for Lastra. He'll tap it at the last second, negates the icing. Stout in his own end. Lagriola down. Tommy Boyle will send it into the opposite corner. Stout back with it. We'll redo the play. Stout sends it in. Goes off of the end wall. Deflects back over to Galgani. He's able to take it out. And he'll go the length of the ice once again for an icing. As Gatsonis will put it on the brakes and touch up. Seven minutes and 1 second to go in period number 3 as we approach 8:15 Eastern Time. The first game of a back-to-back for TCNJ, playing tomorrow against Drexel as that one steered aside by the Pillows of Galgani. And the Pioneers coming back the other way. This is Luca Filicamo, brought off of the puck, got Sonis the other way, Swart out trying to take it away from him. Stoffel across. Down on the below of the boards. Gatsonis crunched into said glass. Sislo up to Santo, he can't corral it. And Stoffel back the other way. It is sent in but deflected off. Ethan May was looking for an icing, will not call it. Sislo dancing around the 21 of Brendan Ross. And he'll get it back over to Gatsonis. Sending it in for Pachalski. Already got his first goal of his ACHA career tonight. That one waffle boarded down by May. That was Lacourt on the pass. Lacourt coming back for it. Not able to get there in time. Pachalski sends it up. Pachalski in the zone, hounding behind the 3 of Tommy Boyle. Boyle chasing it. He is going to throw a hit into Stefanik. Stefanik is down. He's able to get back to his skates gingerly and looks slow and in a lot of pain. Back the other direction is Ross. And Stefanik not able to really stand up all the way on the bench. He is very frustrated with that. And he is going to take a little bit of a breather. Closing in on 5 minutes to go in period number 3. Icing called against the Lions, with William Patterson leading TCNJ 6-2. Shots just about even, 36 for TCNJ, 35 for William Patterson. Really good goaltending tonight right now for Hunter Galani, as both freshman goaltenders have faced a lot of shots, and Galgani is facing a lot of them. Is really right in front. May looking for an opportunity to save that, and he will. And Lastra nearly threw a punch on Kushner, and the linesman will separate him and Gali. Kushner now barking at Lastra. Those two have been going at it a lot so far tonight. We know Josh Kushner is one of the more feisty skaters on this TCNJ team, and this line with him, Stefanik, and Pachalski has produced a lot of action so far tonight. They've got about 6 shots on goal and one goal as a unit. As Korobko is crunched into the boards. It's just that the depth scoring really hasn't been there. Hit hard, and it's going to draw another penalty. That was Phillips, who was hit into the boards. Now Korobko was hit, delayed penalty against William Patterson. And Gali will take it. Extra skater on for the Lions, just trying to get back in this game as much as they can. And now it's going to be a 5-on-3 as May is dogged down. So it's going to be 2 penalties, both against William Patterson, and it is going to be a long 5-on-3 for TCNJ to try and get back into this game. But they've got a mountain to cross in about 4:30. So it'll be Aiden Swain going to the box. It should be 2 William Patterson skaters. Hip from behind from Swain. And it's just going to be Swain in the box. It should be 2 skaters because that was 2 penalties on the play. It was Phillips who was hit from behind, and then May was tripped up. And we're going to get a timeout called. And it is going to be a double minor against Swain. So I think it's Swain serving both penalties, as William Patterson will call a timeout. So referees will talk it over. Andrew Duco going over a couple plays with this TCNJ team. So it was Aiden Swain who committed both penalties. So hitting Colin Phillips and then going back and tripping Logan May. All those coming at 4:29 to go. And I believe that should be a continuous penalty if it is a double minor. So this could be the opportunity for TCNJ to potentially get back into this game with under 4:30 to play here in the third period.
William Patterson, double minor penalty assessed to number 26, Aiden Swain. 2 minutes for tripping and 2 minutes for a hit from behind. Both penalties coming with 4:29 to go in period number 3.
So a long power play opportunity goes all the way to the end of the ice, and the benches or the net is empty on this long continuous double minor penalty. Taking it back over Scott Martin. 6 skaters are on with the cage empty. May at the bench. Back across over to Barrera. He'll get it over to Pacholski, who's already got 1 goal so far tonight. Pad save by Galgani. Held out the corner was Barrera. This is Logan May crashing the net, can't get there. Ellis looking to crank his second of the night, can't get it either. Barrera trying to get it out of harm's way. He'll block a shot from Amato, who's going for the empty net. Logan May will dig back at it. 3 minutes to go in the double minor. 6-on-4 with the cage empty. Here's Austin Teets sending it long range, going wide, but the penalty icing waved off with William Patterson on a penalty kill. Losing it in front was Pacholski, and Lastra nearly iced the game with a touchdown. Sending it in, Pacholski, 2-on-1 the other way. Stout next to him, blocked in front by Amato. Teets trying to dig it out of there. Barrera desperately digging at it himself. Ellis backhanding it. Pacholski will see it go past him, comes over to Martin. Stout at the top of the zone. Gets it over from the point, over to Logan May. May short side chance. Blocked in front by Pacholski and covered up by Galgani once again. Nearly 2 minutes gone in the double minor against Swain, and nothing yet from this TCNJ team as they try to get back within 3 with under 3 to play, and time is really running out for this team. Logan May back across. Ellis fakes the shot, nearly blocked in front. Galgani is dancing for it, trying to get it as Stout. He is blocked. He is going to knock down Boyle. No call on the play. We continue to play on. Pacholski back at the top for Ellis, right at the doorstep. Stout can't drive it home. Ellis cannot corral it, comes back in the neutral zone. 2:38 now to go in the game. Long range pass, bouncing down and past the goal mouth. Coming back to collect on the Lions. Streaking pass for Logan May, dancing through the D, looking for the wraparound. He is brought down. Dominic Hasek style, goaltending from Hunter Galgani, blocked in. Barrera looking for it. Nobody knows where it is. The Sword out trying to dig at it for the loose change. Can't get it as Martin will come back with it. Martin to Barrera. Barrera dancing around. Pacholski with it. Pacholski looking for somebody open in white. Nobody was. Now it will be. Galgani saves a short side. With 110 seconds to go in period number 3. Time running out for the Lions, who trail by 4. 1:21 to go in the penalty against Aiden Swain, the double minor, which TCNJ has not been able to connect yet. Again, goal scoring has been the main issue for this team so far. The most that they have scored in a game is 5, and that was against Lehigh, their only win of the season. Sislo sends that one in, redirects off the stick of Amendola, and into Galgani's equipment with 5 seconds gone. And it's really just been a tough game for Ethan May tonight. Nothing else you can really say about that. And redirected up into the netting, a shot from Ryan Walter. Just a lack of experience and unfortunately a lack of puck luck. It's really nothing has gone the way this season for this Lions team. Amendola can't win the draw. It'll come back out into the neutral zone and into TCNJ territory, where Sislo will take it. Gets it over to Walter. Colliding at the point, where's Lagriola and Russo. Kushner can't keep it. Now finally get it back over to Gali. Sislo barely keeps it in at the point, closing in on 1 minute to play, and Kushner can't get it down. Right at the doorstep for Amendola, he can't connect. Going the length of the ice, not able to get there, and icing is waved off.
1 minute remaining in the third period.
Gali with it. And May is back in his cage. He'll make the stoppage, and a good thing he was there. And it's unfortunately going to do it once again for 3 straight losses for TCNJ, who had a 2-week break. You know, Canisius is a very tough team. We knew that this was going to happen. We knew that it was just going to be a very tough matchup. And William Patterson, who is not as strong as they've been in years past, once again will take down TCNJ with 14 seconds to go. Amada looking for one last opportunity. Quimby fighting for it. Crank shot across. May is able to make the stop. Quimby looking for the wraparound. 2 seconds gone. And Stoffel will keep it in the neutral zone, and that'll do it. So William Patterson back in the W column, as they will split the weekend with a loss and a win, and will end their weekend 1-1. And TCNJ starting off their weekend with a 6-2 loss to the Pioneers of William Patterson, and they play a very stout Drexel team tomorrow afternoon at 1 o'clock Eastern Time. But that's going to do it. Thank you all so much for tuning in to tonight's coverage of TCNJ hockey, and we will be right back here tomorrow afternoon when the Lions take on the Dragons of Drexel University tomorrow at 1 o'clock Eastern, right here on Breakout Sports Broadcasting. But on behalf of Corolla Pascal and Emily Cott, my name is Trey Wright. 6-2 your final. We'll see you all tomorrow afternoon from the TSAI Field House. Thank you and have a good night.